talk to the people.
Well,
That's your reality. You're the one that does that. I don't.
Well,
I'm dealing with you.
What do you have to say that you've never been able to say before?
You've been through a lot, ain't you? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's why we can probably meet as easy as we do. I feel real comfortable with you, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say that you've never been able to say in this situation before?
I'm going to survive. If you do or not, that's up to you. You dig? But the only thing that keeps me from surviving is the people that don't want to survive. So here's what I would say to all the people that have the death wish. Why don't you go ahead and find your own way out? Why come to me with all this dying and all this fear and all this bullshit? I'm not into dying and fear. I'm into music. I play music. I play music. I ride my motorcycle around. Now, what comes to me, I have to deal with, don't I? So I go out in the desert, and I'm sitting in the desert, and I'm not bothering anybody, and I'm just having a good day.
And what happened to that good day?
Somebody comes up and wants to know something. I said, what do you want to know something for? Can't you just have a good day? Well, I work in the chemical company, and my aunt said, my cousin, I said, oh, man. But I thought if I had my payday, it's a room full of confusion. You know, in other words, if it makes sense to the people that are doing it, you know, okay, but it don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me, and I'm just a child left out of that.
Do you want to be part of it anyway?
Over here, huh?
You don't want to be part of it anyway?
Part of what?
What you say you left out?
Yeah, in other words, like, I have to say that to say a thought, you dig? Actually, I wouldn't be here had it not been for those people you call family. They're the ones that put me here. They're the ones that butchered up a bunch of people and said, here, we want you to see this guy. I didn't want to be seen. You know, I was trying to get out in the desert. They said, well, this is our star. You dig what I'm saying? I would have went ahead and let you bleed in Elvis Presley. You dig? You could have had Elvis Presley for your little dreams. You dig what I'm saying? But Elvis Presley was only the shadow that was playing up over somebody that was dying in a hole down in Brushy Mountain, Tennessee. Or someone that was over in the solitary confinement in you see what I'm saying? In other words, the real Humphrey Bogart and the real James Cagney are actors. I mean, the ones you know. The real ones, they died in here. You know, in other words, we die so that you guys can play actors. In other words, we got to be the bad guys so you guys can be the good guys, you dig? But in reality, we know that you're not the good guys, that you guys are worse than we are. You dig what I'm saying? Which is acceptable because we're outlaws, and that's what keeps us out. And as far out as you can get, and when you're drinking your children's blood, I see you. You can't fake on me. You dig? Because I was your children. You can't fake on me. I was your children of the 40s. Eleanor Roosevelt can't fake on me.
You refer to World War II a lot.
Yeah, that's what raised me. I'm a child of my time. You know, you're a child of your time. I'm locked in the Second World War. You're talking the Second World War. You're, well, how old are you now? Yeah, you're the Vietnam War. Or your brothers running Vietnam War. Well, your brothers are like my little kids. I was brotherhood to the Korean War. And my father was the Second World War. I was even born into the universe. In the perfection of that, I was born 11/11/34, Veterans Day, and my grandfather, my granddaddy was the conductor on the B&O Railroad out of Kentucky, out of the Blue Moon of Kentucky. That's off the First World War.
What do you think about war?
I think it's very stupid. It doesn't make any sense at all.
You think it's necessary?
No, not really. It's only necessary to those people who won't accept in their minds that they're full of shit. And then you have to help them submit. They can't submit. You can't bring them down to the truth. They want to play act like they're somebody better or bigger or smarter. They're like a bunch of chickens, dig, what it really boils down. They're like chickens, and they got the kids down at the bottom, and they peck on the kids. Now they pecked on this kid that he grew up. Not only he grew up once to him and went to Mexico City and stood in the bull ring and went, "Chihuahua, hey, hey," and we go all the way to Spain. You dig? Now these fucking English cocksuckers, they don't want to accept that I'm in the heart of the world because they got no heart. When I say English, you dig what I'm saying? Then I have to turn around and be the king of English if I'm anything, which I really don't. I'd rather be a coyote in the desert, but I've got to play act this goddamn human thing, this form that I'm in. And I can play anything, any act. I mean, I've played them all, you know, but which one ain't an act? I don't know.
Does it matter?
I guess only to how much you're getting paid. You know, or who's paying you. Or if your dollar's going to be worth anything to start with. Or if you got to give half of it to some Jew fucking bastard who's doing nothing but laying up and sucking on what somebody else is doing, you dig? In other words, I can't get the maggots out of my brain. Everywhere I look up, man, I got these little fucking bloodsuckers that get in my head, and they want to just feed from me some more, you know? And I say, good God, man, ain't you fed on me enough? 2,000 years ain't made you fat enough to get off my fucking neck, man, you dig? And then you see Jesus, and you see Christ as being a little God, partner. Because I had the altars of the Druids long before the cross came. And the altars of the Druids will be there long after the cross is gone. Whether the Christians like to accept it or not, you dig what I'm saying? The cross came by and passed by my window, and I seen it go by, and I said, oh, Christ was a little God. But he's a reality in this world because he holds atomic warfare. And we can't blow the world up. We don't want to blow the world up. So all those that live in the thought of we don't want to blow the world up, you dig what I'm saying? And here's another thing that you people talk about. All these peace movement, all these demonstrators, they'll run out and demonstrate for a nuclear power plant and go home and turn electricity on. If you want to demonstrate for a nuclear power plant, don't use electricity. Does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? They want to demonstrate for something on one hand and get their faces up in the camera and like, look at me, I'm different, you know, or pay me to be somebody, you dig? And then on the other hand, they can't be somebody because they go home and turn the fucking electricity on and use the same fucking pollution. You dig what I'm saying? In other words, you can't protest cutting down trees with paperwork. You can't protest pollution riding around in automobiles. You dig? I told you 40 years ago, get back to the horse, man.
What's the best way to change things?
Get back to the horse. If you don't get back to the horse, there's going to be nothing left of you. Now, it's dawning in the minds of many. It's dawning in the minds of chemistry. It's dawning in the minds of biology. And I got 7 big locks in my brain, you dig? And then I send off to Norway. Sure! And I send them a thought, and it goes to Norway, and the chemistry, and they're looking in their little things. You dig what I'm saying? And then I'm over here in Australia sitting on a bushman. I don't need a telephone to communicate with that bushman. You dig what I'm saying? That bushman is right inside my soul, man. He's right inside. I can hear everything. I can see through his eyes. You see what I'm saying? It's like I am that bushman. And I am that solitary confinement. And I am that slam dunk. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there watching all you fucking Rube Scoops, you dig? Playing my life all these years. You take me from court, you dig? And the lawyer represents me, and then he got guys that represent him, and then they all represent that, and then these guys represent me, and they all represent that, and they're only representing me to start with. It's all in my life that they're standing up with all this big old shit that they're standing up in. It's my life that they're feeding on at the bottom. The king don't have any clothes, man. We told you that in '69 when Nixon fell down. Now you're trying to drag that same old egg up there and try to put something up that's already gone, man, rather than try to build another one. You see what I'm saying?
What do you think's happened in the world since you've been incarcerated that you've made happen?
Oh, me? Hell, I don't make nothing happen. I just walk along with what's going on. I mean, make happen. What? Well, the same thing with you in your world. What, you know, you've made me happen. I mean, you know, how can you say I make you happy when you made me happy just as much as I made you happy? I'm only what you put into me. You dig what I'm saying?
You put your thought out.